The heart of this project is promoting shell craft from Cebu City, Philippines, to a global audience to save it, as it's a dying craft with barely any more artisans left practicing. So it's my hope that by showing how shell craft can be created and translated into modern fashion and even couture, we can revive the dying craft and also provide sustainable income to these shell artisans. Designing the garment was a really challenging thing for me to do because, I knew I wanted to use the shells, but I didn't know how I would use them, what I would use them for, and how I could reinterpret them for modern garments. And so I did some research into Filipino culture, and I found sustainable textiles like piña cocoon, piña seda, things that were used byproducts of pineapple fiber. The idea behind the dress was really to create the shells in a way that they were both a symbol of strength and fragility. So I was looking at lace, antique lace. I wanted to shape the shells in a way that they resembled lace, but that they also resembled armor. So that's why I wanted to use all these blacks and all these silvers, because I wanted to curl up the body like how lace would. For the textile of the dress, I wanted to layer different fabrics together because piña cocoon is actually traditionally used for the barong Tagalog, which is a Filipino garment, and you often wear an undershirt behind it because it's sheer. And I really wanted to create that same effect. So I looked to create 3 layers. So then the base layer is satin that's made of recycled PET bottles. And on top of that is the piña cocoon, which is undyed. And then on top of that is also recycled PET bottle georgette chiffon that goes on top of everything. And so they're basted together by hand, sort of how you would do traditional menswear tailoring. I actually left the piña cocoon undyed in its natural white color, but I used a black georgette on top of it to give it the illusion that it was black. And I thought that this black, but not quite black fabric would look really beautiful and complement the mother of pearl shells. The reason I did a very sort of drapey look is because I was really inspired by these pre-colonial Filipino garments that were really drapey. So I also looked at draping from the 20s to 30s, like Madeline Vione and like Lanvin, because I thought that was really soft and really sort of contrasted the really hard tech nature of the shells. And I thought to create pants using the piña text because I thought that would also give sort of the garment some structure. So I think throughout this project, I felt this sort of responsibility and pressure to really present the shell craft in a way that was, beautiful or would convince people to really look into it and find a way to integrate it into contemporary fashion, because I really wanted to show the world that Filipinos have inherently sustainable practices that we've been doing for hundreds of years, and all these sustainable solutions are actually in our culture. It's just that nobody's looking at them before sustainability even became an issue. So it's my hope that through this project I'm able to share that with the world and share that Filipino culture might be the answer to sustainability and against overconsumption.